Welcome back to another week on the plot. How are we doing? So yeah, this one's going to be, just getting the raspberry canes in, and so yeah, I was going to show you how we set up, ready for the getting them in for the year, and as well as what variety we will be growing this year as well. So, and also showing you where I've moved some of the summer fruit in as well. So on that, be right back. So yep, here we go. Right, quick and easy way. Plant your raspberry canes. Just turn your handle and then just give it a little wiggle, loosen up the soil, and then you can just pull it straight out. Side, take off any roots you pull out, and then I just go in again just to tidy the hole up. Don't worry about if you go a little bit deeper, because we're going to be putting in manure in there as well. So third time's the charm. And then that's the first one done, and then obviously the next one, I do mine probably 6 to 7 inches apart, because we've got to get 6 in here. And then let me just move you around. So yeah, let me just get these holes done, and then we'll move on to the next stage.
Morning dew on the cabbage leaves. Sun comes up slow, moving through the trees. Hands in the soil, no rush today. Just seeds and time drifting away.
Obviously this way also helps get rid of any back pain, because you're not bending over.
Fresh air and something new. Tomato vines climbing patiently. Strawberries hiding sweet and free. Carrots sleeping beneath the ground. Quiet moments, the best we've found. Packets of seeds and muddy shoes. Every season brings something new. Rain on glass where the warmth stays in. Peace inside the polytunnel skin. We're the average growers, side by side. Sunburned smiles, dirt-stained pride. Fruits and birds, let nature decide. Let the days roll gently by. No race to win, just love what grows. From tiny seeds to heavy loads. Polytunnel humming in the heebie, dancing low around our feet. Lettuce, apples, beans and peas. Simple joys grown patiently. We're the average growers, calm and true. Growing food and growing too. Every seed's a quiet promise made in shaded beds and sunlit rays. From early spring to autumn gold, these hands, this land, this story told.
Obviously you find any roots on the way and you just pull them out. That way you're getting them out quite deep, which will help as well. Which is a good reason why we didn't put the door on yet, because obviously, as you can see, where the door would be is where I'm leaning. So yeah, as you can see, that took us less than 8 minutes to do the holes. And as you can see, just pick you up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 up the end. So on that, let me just go and grab a large flower pot and go and get some of the horse manure. We'll put some manure in the top, but we'll also put some manure over the top of them as well, before we then put the membrane back over the top, just to retain any moisture, as well as giving it a feed. Nice rotted manure. Just a little rich hole. Just a little thing, poke the root. And there's our raspberry canes that have been soaking for a while. As you can see, if I take one out, plenty of new growth, healthy root system. So we're going to plant them that way, main stem to the back, just because when we put the wire in, it'll be a lot easier to do it that way. In fact, we can pull them ones out. We can turn that 6 into 8. Break up some of these trunks just to help it with drainage. Make sure you give it a nice firm pat down, just so you can keep the stem straight. Leave a little channel, because obviously we're going to be putting some more muck over the top. And then that's our first one in. First raspberry in for autumn in the new fruit cage. Now some of these, like that one, big root system, so I may have to redo that hole, which is okay because I can use that one about halfway up. That one's quite soft. Again, to the back, well, whichever way, as long as see how that one does. Some of them might not come through fully, but always good to give them a shot. See, what you could do is even cut them. Maybe you've got one like that that's got a root on it. You could always snip it there and see if you can actually pot that and get that one to take for next year, if you wanted to. Don't want it too tight though. Four, two more to go, and obviously we've got 1, 2, yeah, perfect. Plus we've got these little ones. These little ones I'm going to probably put into a pot. There we go. As you can see now by the colour change, got a row of manure all the way along, just giving them more water from the water that they were soaking in, just because it's warmer than straight from the tap. And then what we'll do now is get the scissors, cut a little line in each one to where the plant, to where the stem is, and then we'll lay this back over the top, and then we'll put some soil along the back side just to pin it down. So yeah, let me get back to you once we've got membrane down, and then we'll have a little tour of the plot and see what's going on and where we're going to decide where we're going to put the lettuces this year. So I've got some little gems that need to go out in the polytunnel already. So yeah, and we get right back to you, and we'll carry on with the next part. Obviously, as you can see, it's an absolute glorious day up here today. Perfect time to get those in, as well as everything else as well. And there we go, all tucked in. Obviously we've still got to work out whether we're going to put a border edge in with this wood or what the plan is. So yeah, that's one little job done. I don't know what the noise was, but yeah, just head on into the potting shed, well, the poly, and we'll spin you around and I'll show you what we've got going on in here. Bit of a mess at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. Gotta wet the whistle. But yeah, the flower seeds. So we got some marigolds, but I have replanted in some of the empty spaces, and then obviously the asylums, as you can see, are growing pretty well, to the point where some of them, where is it? There it is, just starting to flower already. So once that starts flowering, we will lift these out, split them, and then take them over there into the wild garden. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. And then obviously popped to the garden centre the other day, and we did pick up some little gems because my lettuces didn't really do much. So we're going to be putting these, once we've tidied up around here, taken the grass root out, cleared the rubbish. Obviously this has got manure on it underneath. Obviously where that is, we do have to be careful because there is a dahlia tuber in there from a cutting that I done. So this year that will get lifted up and moved once it starts coming through a little bit more. So we might actually check that and see whether it's got started coming through yet. If it has, then we may transplant that out already as a tester for the season. So yeah, just gonna have a little tidy up, then we'll get a tripod set up and we'll get you done. As I say, over here it's all average. You know, I'm not at that point yet where I can do these fancy clips and everything like that. I do it just as raw of the garden is pretty much the raw as anyone will do it. You know, I might try and put something, a little twist on it here and there, but predominantly it's what you guys and girls would see just on a daily basis, just the general grind in which we're just getting the soil ready. So yeah, if you like that kind of style, feel free to smash that subscribe button. We are getting close to the 50. If we could hit it this week would be amazing. Then we can start planning the allotment night midweek chats on a Wednesday that I've got planned out. So yeah, just an hour every Wednesday, just literally talking about what we've got coming up, any problems that we've all come across, pretty much just for the growers to connect, because we might have something, you might make a good friend, and something that you have a seed of they can't get. So then being able to then spread the community wider and actually help them out by just sending a little packet of seeds or something like that along the line down, you know, down in time, could then give them something more that they can enjoy and give to somebody else, and then the good just keeps going, the community just keeps spreading. So yeah, it's not just manure that we're spreading over here. We're also trying to spread the awareness and also the good health of being outside. So yeah, on that, let me see you in a bit when we've got this all tidied up. So yeah, welcome back. Thought I'd do it this way. So we've done, as you can see, the soil, it's very, very dry, like super dry. So we've got a watering can filling up at the moment. But what we've done is we've done a trench and put some wet manure in the bottom just to help with moisture retention, and then we've covered it back over, and then we're going to give that a good drink, do the same with that, and then we'll plant the lettuces out, whether we get them in 2 rows or whether we have to do a 3rd row that way. And then we'll give you an update on how the grapevine's doing. But as you can see, after its haircut and it's pruned back, it's coming back pretty well, like even all the way to the tip. Yeah, that one's coming on. As you can see, the jumper had to come off. Not quite sure what the temperature is in here, probably 22 Celsius I reckon. Do need to get a thermostat or something like that in here, but we will get there when we get there. As well as we've also got another job on the list of having to find the solar irrigation system. So we'll see whether that survived the winter or whether that's packed up. So yep, we'll be right back, just get this watered up, and then we'll get you set up as we put the lettuces in the poly. First veggies 2026 going in. There we go. So yeah, little gems, and we'll see how many we get in here. They grow quite wide, so giving the soil a good drink, help the roots. Obviously we've already turned this all over here, so this is nice and soft as well, so it gives them an even better chance. So we'll see whether they survive going in now. Some might say it's a bit early, but we should get 3. Should get 3 in a row. Hopefully the slugs won't come in, but we're going to put a piece of timber along the outside, but have it at a slight angle, and then hopefully if we water the wood, the slugs and snails should go to the wood, not to the plants. That's the theory. this bit's a bit drier, so that will have to get a good water afterwards, which is what we do anyway.
Morning dew on the cabbage leaves. Sun comes up slow, moving through the trees. Hands in the soil, no rush today. Just seeds and time drifting away. Fresh air and something new. Tomato vines climbing patiently. Strawberries hiding sweet and free.
Break up the soil a little bit.
Carrots sleeping beneath the ground. The best we found. Packets of seeds and muddy shoes. Every season brings something new. Rain on glass where the warmth stays in. Peace inside the polytunnel skin. We're the average growers, side by side. Sunburned smiles, dirt-stained pride. Fruits and bags, let nature decide. Let the days roll gently by. No race to win, just love what grows. From tiny seeds to heavy loads. Polytunnel humming in the heat. Bees dancing low around our feet. Lettuce, apples,
Hopefully putting these in, we might get an earlier crop.
average growers, calm and
Start,
true,
but I'll put
growing
some seeds in earlier.
food and growing too. Every seed's a quiet promise made in shaded beds and sunlit rays. From early spring to autumn gold, these hands, this land, this story told. When the light fades soft and low, we pack our tools and let things grow. Tomorrow waits beneath the soil. Average growers, honest toil.
Line in. And we've still got 3 left. So I'm giving them about 6 inches each row apart. Probably a little bit, some of them a little bit too close, I reckon, but I don't want to take up too much space within the poly. Do these ones a bit further out, just so you guys can see it better. down. Just get rid of the lumps. We'll rake that down eventually down the plot into the bed. This one. Go. And we've got our first batch of lettuces in the poly, ready to go. You'll see some of that's really dry, so I'm just throwing that away. But it'll break down as we go along, as the season goes with the watering systems and everything. That will soon break down. So I literally scalped this whole bed end of last year and mixed in a good few ton, well, not a few ton, but probably about half a ton of manure in with it as well. Just using some of this finer stuff just to top dress. Because yeah, I like to give it a nice little top dress, just of fine stuff. That way it just helps it, because as you water, the fine stuff will help to break down the soil. So yeah, let me go and get some water in the watering can, shall we say the holy can. So yeah, if you can't find your rose, what you can do is just put 2 fingers over the end. That way you can control get a nice slow steady trickle. If you find some of it starts pooling like that, just give it a stop, give it a minute to go down, and then top it up again. there we have it. Little gems are in. So I'll get some more watering can. So we do have leftover sweet pea seeds down over the back. So I've got to get that bag out, empty that soil, that's really soaking wet compost. I just use just to build up a bit of moisture. So yeah, there we go. That one's ready now to be moved on. So yeah, let me get right back to you. So yeah, there we have it. Another job ticked off the list already for 2026. So we've got to give that a water. Strawberries need a good soak. I don't think they're going to survive. It's a shame, but I'll just have to go and get some more nearer the end of the year. Well, end of the month, shall we say, where they're a little bit more hardy, because I think we've got a late snap and it just did them. Obviously I've got some cardboard in here that I've got to just break down to put around the fruit cage, tidy up that and get some more wood chip down. So yeah, we've still got plenty more to do, and I can't get over how nice it is, considering the other day we had hailstones. That was lovely. But that's going to be it for today. Don't want to do it much longer for you guys and girls. And but yeah, so if you enjoy the video with the little hints and tips along the way, feel free to smash that like button, and we will catch you either later in the week, because I know we didn't put one out last week. Ground was just too bad, weather was too bad. So yeah, onwards and upwards, more growing. So yeah, everybody, stay green, stay keen, and we'll see you all next week.